What's up, everybody? It is time for your favorite Twitch stream, the Sunday installment. Looks like there's a few of you rolling in. But yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and get started. Guy on the left is still not here. He should be back on Wednesday's stream. So I'm going to fly solo again tonight. Alright, so we have Daniel and James starting us off. Then we've got Jason and Steven up here on the right. We've got Danny down here, and I cannot remember this guy's name. Jake, I believe. Jake? Yeah. So, anyway. Yep, everybody's getting this started. And, you know, goes kind of without saying, but if you guys see anything that I'm not catching on to, let me know. Because I can't pay attention to all of the roles going on at the same time. Danny went and hit a quick head and arm attempt here. Working the spider walk. What's up, Cole? Isolating the arm there and trying to get under it. Jake's doing a good job of getting his elbow back down to his side. Danny's kind of just flowing around, seeing what Jake's going to give him. Really nice armpit push from James here. So James gets Daniel extended, puts a hand down towards the tricep actually, and just pushes Daniel straight off. Then comes up around the guard. Not quite a pass. Daniel's turtling up. Really nice scramble. Really nice. Oh, but it looks like James got reversed here with the Makikomi, maybe? Yep. And there's the Makikomi. Made famous by Daniel. So I really like that sweep from Danny here. He actually goes in to attack the guillotine, gets an underhook, the other arm, and then just uses that guillotine sweep with a little bit of a hook sweep with his left foot to get Jake over there. Cole's down here right behind me on top of Ben. Looks like he's attacking the back. I'm getting Ben flattened out. Oh, what happened? Is this... So it looks like Daniel's settling in here. James is trying to create some space. Trying to go for an armpit push again, or actually probably going for that octopus guard. Gets flattened out. And then goes straight arm. Daniel's sitting on this one. I know he's been putting in a lot of work on leg locks. So good on him for playing bottom and kind of filling that position out. What's up, Joe? Alright, so up here on the right, we've got Steven and Jason. Oh, Steven pulls. Looks to try to sweep Jason. Jason doesn't fall for it, kind of gets his hips back. And he's in the guard here. Kind of in a half butterfly guard. James doing a good job of trying to get around the guard here of Daniel, but Daniel's turtling up too. Gotta watch that Makikomi again. There it is. Okay. It's really tough. I think I trained with Daniel later this day, because it was just, yeah, yesterday. And yeah, I had the same problem. I wasn't able to really, even though I could escape, I couldn't advance to the top position very well. So Jake over here on the left is on top of Danny, and Danny's looking for the electric chair. I don't know whether he's gonna go for that full stretch. Oh, I think he either got the tap or they decided to reset for some reason. Jason, oh, well, end around. But Jason was trying his best to keep out of those leg lock exchanges with Steven. Steven and Max. We've got Daniel and Cole. Joe and Veronica. Oh, and me and Jason. We had a good first round. Well, first round for me. Let's see how you handle trying to sweep Daniel, Cole, because I cannot anymore. What did Steven get on Max? Probably something dirty. Oh yeah. Kind of like I don't know what that was necessarily. It's like an arm-in guillotine, but had a strange hand position. Huh. Joe, you got to Veronica's back. So she goes in kind of on a lazy shot. You're circling around to the back here. I like how you're stepping in. So Joe, one thing to note about this position, this is a fantastic way to break down the turtle. You can see that your left knee is in between Veronica's left elbow and her left knee, and your right foot is in between her legs. Really, all you have to do from here is, with a secure upper body grip, is draw your right leg back. So kind of like try to put your knee on the ground, but you want to like draw Veronica's foot perpendicular to her body. And as that happens, your left knee is going to start cutting into her hip. So you're going to start sitting like facing her butt, right? And then as you start driving that leg out and away, she'll have to turn. And when she does, you can always slip your hooks in. You do a good job of doing it here. It happens here, right? I want to see you drawing your heel back to your butt, like, back towards us a little bit more than what you did. You went and prioritized getting that hook out, or getting the hook in, which is a good thing. He was laying real hard. Yeah. It's hard to do. Anytime I try to do a shoulder crunch sweep or a pinch headlock on him, I wind up getting cartwheel passed. Let's see what's going on. On super fast motion there. I was like, man, everybody's going hard. It was on like 1.4. So Daniel playing some pretty miserable top pressure here on Cole. Cole's he's got good frames in. He's keeping himself safe. Looks like Veronica turtled back up, and Joe is looking to break her back down again. But you're a little high. You're pretty high on the back here. So I'm curious to see how you're going to try and break that down. I am trying to get something started on Jason is very difficult. Oh, Joe in on the front headlock, looking like you're going for... I'm going to zoom back in. Hopefully it's not too bad. Looks like you're going for an anaconda strangle. And then you got to dip your head down and in. Hard to do on Veronica, but that worked. Yeah, me and Jason here, I went in for a shot. I thought I could clear, but noticed that he, I mean, he's ready for a sprawl here, and I took a shot from way too far out, but I knew I messed up pretty much immediately, so I used that to just get up. I was just like, no, I'm not gonna lay down, not yet. But now I knew what I was looking at from a grip standpoint, so I started playing with his grips to see what I could get. And this is the setup that I wound up getting on Jason there, which I was pretty happy with. So I pull him over top. He's got a strong collar tie. He's walking towards me. I've got a collar tie on him. I think he has my wrist or my arm with his left arm. Collar tie, pull. I send his wrist grip, so he had a wrist grip with his right hand instead of the collar tie. So I pull with the collar tie, I throw my left arm behind me, and I sink in to the hips here. And then now I'm in I have a problem, which is this guillotine, so I really have to prioritize cutting an angle. So I drive through, and I take that big back step to get out and around his guard. And then from there, I get up, walk my body, I TP up, walk around, and I get my neck safe. And then I think I just am not able to do much of anything from here on Jason. He's very difficult to submit. Cole, how did you get on top? Oh, okay. So I think Daniel winds up getting... Was that like a wrist lock? I think he gets a wrist lock, is what it looked like. So then Daniel starts down. Joe's still working on Veronica's back. Oh, and then we've got, it looks like, is that Danny and Ben? On the right-hand side underneath the clock. Yeah, guys, call something out if you see it. Or if you do anything cool. So Cole's doing something really interesting here with this deep half that Daniel's trying to get in. Okay, yeah. Daniel wound up getting that arm out, but Cole was doing a really good job of keeping this arm here in the arm, like, I guess it would be, yeah, it's Daniel's left arm. As soon as Cole loses it, then Daniel's able to use it to reverse. Looks like Steven's trying to get like a pendulum type of a swing or something going on Max. But then in doing so, Max gives him his throat. And Steven switching to an arm. This looks pretty deep. Belly down. Got it. Nice. He didn't really want to let that go. If it did, then it was going to be tough to control, I guess. Maybe he felt like his arm was going to be in danger if you let that go before he tapped. Daniel takes the mount. Attacking the arms here. Dismounts. And going, yeah. Goes into that camel crusher thing or whatever. The menthol. We're taking some time off, huh? There we go. Okay, so we got Mitchell and Joe, me and Steven, and then we've got Cole and Cooper. Cole's going hard with Cooper. Tired of him talking all that smack on the Twitch stream. Steven looking for leg locks and body locks. Body lock passing. I thought I was gonna send him. And he thought he was gonna jump right over my guard, so we had a good laugh about that. And then over here under the clock-ish, we've got James and Danny, and then it looks like we've got Jake and Ronnie going down here. Yeah, so Steven's got both my legs folded and pointed in the same direction. Not a good place for my guard to be, so give him a little bit of a push and I get my legs back to where I want them. Oh, Joe in on a knee bar. Let's see how he set that up. Right down here by my head. Joe, what the hell did you do? Okay, so Joe is, there's so often do we get caught in this game of like, well, we always want to have our partner come into us in half guard, right? And when our partner is actually sitting back and being kind of evasive in the half guard, you can always give him a push with your knee shield. And so that's what Joe's doing right here. He's given Mitchell a little bit of a bump across the hips with his left leg and turning Mitchell down, grabbing the leg here, and then stripping the grips and going straight into that knee bar. Got it. Nice. That was really good. We always forget about that, right? Like, I don't know. We think about the knee shield as preventing, movement coming forward, but we can always use it as like a good way of bumping our partner backward. Jake putting those long legs to work with a body triangle with Veronica. Veronica normally stays very safe here. She's very tough to strangle from the back. Steven passes my guard. Honestly, it felt really dangerous what he was setting up here. Yeah, as soon as I started trying to scoop his arms, he just kind of started walking around the guard, and I was like, well, that's a terrible way to get your guard passed, but here we are. He thought I gave it to him, and I wish I did, but I didn't. So I'm trying my best to get my knees back in front of us, and I do. Reguard, reset, and see if I can do anything offensive from the guard here. It's tough to wrestle up on Steven, at least for me it is. James putting the good old shoulder pressure in on Danny there. What's up, James? You're right over here with Danny, underneath the clock. Well, Joe is on Mitchell's back, trying to climb up nice and high, get those arms isolated. And looking like he's gonna go. He got it. Got the rear naked strangle. Good job, Joe. I'm digging for Steven's arms to no avail, really. When he goes in for these body locks, he gives me an overhook that's pretty strong, but I hadn't really been able to set too much up from it. It was more or less just kind of giving him something to think about when he was passing. Jake is really high. I really hope his name's Jake. Jameson told me that's what it was, so I'm just gonna roll with that. Looked like he was riding up really high on Veronica. Now Veronica's cutting a big angle there. So Steven goes and is getting tired of trying to pass my guard. Goes for this like Ezekiel from In My Butterfly. Yeah, from State Farm. He wears khakis before he trains and a red shirt. And I take that opportunity to just eat this, whatever this is. I guess it's an Ezekiel, a no-gi Ezekiel. I elevate him, take him over, and then I'm at the time, now that I'm on top, I'm trying to get his shoulders above his head, and his elbows above his shoulders. And then once I get that, the choke is gonna start letting off, and that's exactly what happens here. As soon as I do that swim over with my arm, and then, but yeah, so Steven knew that it was a Hail Mary. He was just trying to get something going. And then I spent the rest of the time trying to do some stuff to him, but I couldn't. I was not having a good training day. I had this Katagatame set up, and it didn't feel deep at all. It felt like, if anything, it was hindering his breathing, but it wasn't going to do any sort of damage. All right, so we got Max and Joe. We've got, oh, this is the standing round. Cole and Jason. We've got Steven and Mitchell. And I think I take Daniel, maybe. Yeah, call something out, Cole or Joe or whoever, or James, if anything cool happens. Oh no, me and James train, that's right. We do like kind of a guard passing. Alright, so what happened with Joe and Max? And on a single leg, hitting a little cutback is Joe. I like it. Nice takedown. Mitchell hanging heavy on the head. Did we pass your dope? Yes. Yeah, we did. It was like second round. We're at 18-22. That was my failed one, and then this is going to be the successful one. Just because you asked, James. I was really happy. Boom. A good double always feels like it just feels good when you can pull it off. All right, 1822. That's where we were. Boom. He really is. He really is. I know if I can take him down, I can do that to a lot of people. Cole and Jason both wearing heavy on the head. Oh, we got Danny and Daniel. We've got Cooper and Ben. Cooper's got Ben in a little bit of a pickle here. Coop, you've got that armbar and the triangle. Triangle armbar. Oh, you're trying to get the lat, I think. Trying to put the arm in your lat. There you go. No, 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 no. Ah, you let it go. Dude, we got to go over that. You had the armbar. Danny with a leg lock. Outside heel hook on Big Daniel here. So it looks like Daniel's going into this. Okay. So Daniel falls in trying to grab a leg. Danny tries to heist up, gets put into his own close guard. And then Daniel goes and sits back for the leg. He was doing this, a good amount. Loses the knee line. Danny astutely gets his knee line extracted, so it's not a big deal. Oh, and then they reset. And then I think Danny just goes straight in. Yep, sits straight in to Ashigarami. Starts attacking the outside heel hook and gets it. Nice. Good finish. Double Kouchi from Joe on Max. Love to see it. So Max is allowing... Max, I don't know if you watched the stream or not. You're letting Joe get his legs in between yours for double inside position. So now Joe has a grip on the ankle, and he has both of his hooks on the leg here. All he really has to do is give a little bit of a push up top in order to get Max turning. Instead of giving the like a hand push on the hips or on the top of the thigh or something like that in order to get Max going backwards, all Joe was doing is kind of doing an ankle pick on the right leg with his left hand and pulling as he's spreading the legs out or splitting the legs open with his feet. And goes ahead and assumes top. Good. That was awesome. Double Kouchi. And on the strangle. Got it. Have seen Max fall victim to that quite a decent amount lately. Ooh, that's a tough one. So it looks like Daniel and Danny. Alright, so they reset. You talked about it. Okay, cool, good. So Danny hits a back step on Daniel over here. Pulls him back. Looks like he's not worried about locking up the figure of four, which is good. He's got a good scoop grip on the near leg. Now he goes into... It is a reap. It's not as bad as it could be. But kind of goes into almost like a Z-locking type position to where he has the legs trapped, or the left leg trapped, with kind of a reaping leg with his right leg. I mean, technically it is a reaping leg, but there's not a ton of reaping pressure coming from that leg right now. And he can go for a you can even see the heel is completely exposed right here. So Danny quickly just grabs the heel, gives a little bit of a pinch, and I think he just tosses the leg just because he knew what he had and wasn't going to rip it. That cross ashi with the, going for the outside heel hook is now like commonly referred to as the Z-lock position. Puts a lot of stress on the LCL. Joe in on a straight ankle here on Matt. We're starting to see some submissions turn up. All right, so kind of like a double ankle sweep from Joe. Joe pummeling, doing great use of why we do pummeling during leg lock sprints. Pulling the leg, going into a Rimi Ashigarami, getting super tight on that ankle. And I want to point out how Joe's chest stays pinned to the shin as tight as possible. So I'll see if I can zoom in and not make it too weird. But Joe's hand, we always talk about like saying the Pledge of Allegiance, right? With your hand, trying to get your hand up to your heart as much as possible. And you can see that Joe's doing that. And he's also covering it up with his head as much as he possibly can. And then when he starts to extend backward, there's really not too much of a gap that occurs between his head and his hands, right? A lot of times we see with bad straight ankles or ones that fail, we put our heads into the motion and we leave our arms behind. And here, Joe kept both of them as tightly synchronized as possible. And that makes for a strong break. Daniel coming up and trying to barrel through Danny's guard. Looks like Danny's got a little bit of like a 5-finger guillotine. Nope, going for a full guillotine. Uses that to get Daniel turned over. And now in on kind of a rear triangle. Looked like that got tight pretty quick. Oh, Max going in on a leg attack on Joe. Joe staying nice and composed, clearing his knee line. I really like that, Joe. That was a really good, smooth way to control the legs. So Max is doing a fantastic job of trying to reclaim the knee line of Joe. So you can see that he's got this scoop grip. I think it's his left arm. It's his right arm is actually scooping the top of the thigh of Joe to try and pull that knee back in between Max's legs so he gets better control over the leg and he can start to, either do a twisting lock or even get into a straight ankle lock. So he's pulling, and Joe very calmly gets his right foot down to the mat, keeps his hands very aware of Max's legs so that Max can't create any further problems with any entanglements. And then he steps right through, right? Leads with this left leg. So his right leg's already north. His right leg could be in danger if his left leg gets left behind, but he steps it through and goes straight into a mount. Yeah, there was danger there for sure. Like, I'm actually really impressed with what Max was doing in order to start grabbing your leg, but I'm also extremely impressed with the way that you handled that. That was smooth, dude. That was smooth. Yeah, Max is a gamer today. This is like 4th round and he's still hanging out. Good for him. Me and Daniel, I'm about to get smashed for about 5.5 minutes. We've got Danny and Jason. We've got Ronnie and Coop. We've got Joe and Ben. It looks like James and Steven, I think. Yeah, so this is what Daniel does to me, Cole, when I try to get him into a pinch headlock. And like doing the arm, any sort of arm attack on him, he just smashes forward on me. It makes it very difficult for me to get anything going. James, let me know if you and Steven have anything fun going on. It's hard to see you guys. Joe on the back of Ben. Looks like he got there. Arm drag, maybe? Yep, arm drag. Beautiful. Wow. Yeah, so just as I said that, James and Steven over here have a really nice scramble. Sorry about that. Sometimes this Zoom doesn't cooperate as well as I'd like. So James is going through. He's got his right knee is in the hip here. He's doing a great job of breaking down the turtle. Steven does not want to get his back taken though. So he is immediately, as he's hopping over that bottom leg, he's turning to go back to a turtle position, and then he's not stopping there. He's actually turning to get back to a guard. That's a really good, just a good scramble, right? And just good awareness of where to turn and how to turn in order to keep somebody off your back. But also just the importance of keeping the movement going, because that static point of where you just stop, that's when your partner's going to take your back or put on some pressure that you don't want. Yeah, speaking of, that's exactly what's happening here. I'm trying my best to keep moving against Daniel, because I know that once we're stopped, his pressure is gonna beat my strength all day. Coop doing a good job of getting rid of that top arm of Veronica. Going in, trying to attack for the strangle. Yeah, I'm thinking back, I'm having flashbacks to this role. I'm like, don't let him get on top. Just don't let him be on top anymore. I had no idea how much time was left on the clock, but it felt like forever. He gets both hooks in right here. And I was just thinking to myself, just don't get laid out flat, belly down on the mat, because that would be terrible. What did Coop get? Oh, we got a Darce. Oop. Okay. So Coop goes in from the back, winds up getting an armbar on Veronica. Then snaps her down. And then shoots in Darce. That was nice. Good job, Coop. Right? Dude, and I just noticed that the Twitch stream, the chat's not popping up again. What the hell? Ha! Today it was hidden. My dumbass just didn't turn it back on. Okay. The butterfly arm drag you took away from the Danaher class. Oh, nice. Good. Yeah. Dude, I love that. I absolutely love it. I use it. I spam the hell out of it. Picking on the elderly. Yeah, he picks on me too. He's like, oh, you're tired? I want to train. I don't get tired. I'm 16. Huh. I get tired after a single roll. I could not break down this turtle. 4 points, he's trying to prevent. I'm trying to get him off balance, which is way easier said than done. And he's also trying to bait that Makikomi. It's like, put your arm over here. I'm like, no. Not gonna do it. Oh, I thought I had that too. I hit a little bit of a power half here, but I was not confident in my left leg. My left leg, I didn't have a hook in or anything, so I knew I was gonna have to throw my right leg up and over super fast, and I just didn't time it nearly as well as I wanted to. Yeah. And that's another thing from Daniel, is like, he just knew that's the way that he was going to go. And so he just kept that movement going so that way he didn't get caught with his back taken. You're still tired. Good. I'm glad it's not just me. All right. So we got Veronica and Mitchell. We've got James and Cole. I think me and Coop. See, he starts attacking me like as soon as we fist bump. Just starts slapping me in the face. Okay. You guys are in 50-50 right now. It hasn't happened yet, right? So you're crossing your legs. You're trying to make sure that you're all safe. Now you go into outside Ashi. Or straight. Digging on that heel. Nice. Is that it? You'll have your back to the camera. Okay. That was awesome. Yeah, so let's talk about this. So, Veronica and Mitchell here. So, Veronica takes this. This is 50-50, right? So anybody who's uninitiated or not initiated with the leg locking game. Nice. Veronica has Mitchell's right leg under control, and Mitchell has Veronica's right leg under control. Right? They're literally the same exact leg configuration, and in fact, both of their knees are their knee lines are trapped. Each person has equal exchange. That's why we call it 50-50. Here, inside heel hooks are available. So Veronica starts stripping the grips or the crossed feet of Mitchell here, and is really looking, I can tell that now that she's looking for extracting this right leg and putting it basically all the eggs in her basket, right? She wants all of the attacking power and wants him to have no attacking power. So the way that she does that is she passes the same leg configuration in terms of her legs, and she takes his leg and passes it from her right hip to her left hip. There. Now, Mitchell throws in this reaping leg, which, unless he's attacking for the inside heel hook, he's not going to have too much there. But Veronica is very much on an attacking sequence right now. She has her elbow is right here, so I imagine you'll see Mitchell's foot is now trapped, so she does a nice elbow strike to get his heel down and back by her side, so that way she can start getting up on her shoulder to start exposing the heel. Mitchell's not going to let that happen. He's going to keep his hips pointed in the direction of the lion or towards the wall in order to keep his heel hidden. So in doing so, now he actually elects to go the wrong way, I would say. Mitchell, I don't know if you watch this or not. You want to stay on that right-hand side. By going to your left hip, you've given Veronica all, like VIP access to your heel right here. So now she's able to go down, grab a really solid wrist grip on that heel, and get the tap. No, you did that was a really good job. That was really good. You could see the thought process of like how you were trying to get the leg kind of just all to where you were the one attacking. That was really good. Cole is on to, I can't remember who Cole was training with. Looks like we got Steven and Joe. Oh, probably Danny. Nope. No, Danny's on the left with Max. I strangled Cooper because he's of age. I can't let him get that stuff anymore. He can't get away with it. Or you're with James. What about... Uh-oh. Okay, so... over here with Joe and Steven underneath the clock here. Oh, Steven inverts and goes into like just straight outside Ashi. Hooks up. Pretty gnarly grip here to try and keep Joe's left leg on the right side of Steven's body. Isn't it? It is extremely irritating. So Steven, that's an interesting role too, because Steven, if it were me and I was gonna attack the heel hook, I would be trying to get Joe pointed over here towards the window, right? Over here towards Daniel. Instead, Steven rotates over top of the leg. He pins the leg down on the mat, and then he hops his hips over and goes for the knee bar. Got it. That was solid. Yeah, it's frustrating, right? Cole in on the back. I'm liking seeing you on the back, Cole. Oh yeah, that looks miserable. Oh, okay. Maybe he'll come back more. But he didn't finish from belly down, right? It was just the just being belly down with him attacking your neck is probably absolutely miserable. Just the crush, yeah. Cole in on that mount press for sure. Mitchell and Veronica going for a little bit of a grip fight here. Oh, let's see how Veronica gets past the guard. Oh yeah, straight into the mount. Get that right leg up. There it is. Nice, Veronica. I like that. Crushing the legs together, keeping them pointed in the same direction. This is like pressure passing 101 right here. She's trying to pin the legs, so I really like what she just did. Using her left hand. So she does a cross shoulder post here, takes her left hand, pushes the knee to get the knees together. Okay, then she takes her right hand off that cross shoulder post, and then she pins both knees together with like a scoop grip. Now, instead of sitting back and starting to walk around, she can start driving pressure up Mitchell's body here and just start literally walking up the knees. Did you triangle? Let's see. It looks like you got a tap. I do not know what it was. Alright, so you're really high up. James goes into kind of like a deep half, but I can't tell if his legs have your legs, so it may just be essentially like a rear triangle setup here. Yep, so you start sitting around. You lock up, it looks like you lock up some sort of triangle. Yeah. Was it the strangle, James, or was it shoulder? If you remember. It was a strangle? Okay. Well, good. Big back step from James, getting around the guard. Oh, speaking of freaking Cooper, I went in for a leg attack, and then he completely exploits that and takes mount on me. Look at that. Veronica, smooth mount right onto Mitchell. Me and Danny. Danny coming around, immediately passing my guard. Taking a mount. We've got Jason and Joe, and it looks like we've got Max and Steven. Oh, we got Cole and Mitchell. So, I don't know if you could see what I did here to Danny. Yeah, you can't really see, but we'll just say I just threw him. It was pretty funny. I enjoyed it. And then we go and disappear over there in the corner. So you guys better do some cool stuff. How did your round with Jason go, Joe? I guess we're about to find out. I'm just looking for spoilers. Any fun takedowns I should look out for? Submissions? Cole's just driving straight through. I really like what you're doing here, Cole. So I imagine Mitchell has a butterfly hook with this left. Yep, okay, failed attempts. Well, this should be fun to watch. Has his left hook in as a butterfly. His right hook, or his right leg, is kind of outside with his foot on the hip to try and prevent Cole from coming through the guard. Cole is standing. He does a really good job of keeping his left elbow in on the thigh of Mitchell to allow for his left knee to come through and staple. Here. Now, since there's a butterfly hook on the right leg, you can start backstepping if you're good at it, especially like I know Luke really does a fantastic backstep from here. Now, the problem is that normally when Luke does that backstep, he has a crossface with his left arm, and Cole is just controlling the right arm here. They're going, it's like a hand to hand, right? They're holding hands here. It's actually endearing. And so for this type of position, now Cole has himself a base right here. He's gonna high leg, and then he's just gonna hop right over top of the left leg of Mitchell here. Boom. Then he goes and he exchanges that holding of hands to a shin pin. He was playing his hips back. I was trying to set up the arm pull takedown we did last Monday. My brain forgot how to do it. Okay. Sorry, I keep going back because I keep missing this takedown attempt. All right, so Jason goes through for a duck under. Goes to the back. You roll through, okay, like a Granby. Then get right back into the turtle. Okay. You ain't holding. Well, you sure? Looks like you're holding hands to me. We got you on tape. Guillotine. Keeping you at bay down here, Joe, from advancing or trying to really cut too much of an angle. Yeah, no, I could tell. It's hard to advance on him too, to reshoot. I like what you're doing. There. He erred on that one. He brought his leg in close. It's hard to do with him, for sure. And okay. Normally I do it with the overhooked arm. So when he gives you an overhook on one side and then an underhook on the other to go for the chin strap, the one that's overhooking my arm is the one that I'll go for the leg. That was sick. Alright, so let's watch this. Down here at the very bottom, it looks like you are going to, Joe is going to initiate the roll here. And Jason is well aware of what you're going to do. So he dives to try to beat you through. He is somehow able to get his hips out and drag you across with that left arm. That it's like a scoop grip that he has on your throat. He pulls Joe on top of his back, or like right in front of him, and goes straight in for the strangle. That was slick. Oh, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, so you guys ran into Mitchell and Cole. More stand-up. between you two. He's really good at taking good head position. Yes, he is. And does. It makes for like really good defensive wrestling from him. It really does, because that's kind of why I opt to go for double legs on him, because I can shoot them from the mid or far away. And I can't do that up close. If I do something up close on him, he wins head position on me so much. So like that little foot sweep, right? Like even going for all that, he can parry that so easily. Oh, he goes for that. He goes for like a sumigashi, and you fell straight into top position. End of the round. So we got Steven and Cooper. Me and Danny are BSing about passing or something. Alright, we got Mitchell and Jason. Ooh, Coop going in for nice leg entanglements. And Steven gets the knee bar. Yeah, close with him is tough. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, just adjust and see what you can get. Oh, James and Joe. Fast forward. Oh, is this our round, Cole? Cole smashes me. Immediately passes my guard. Oh shit, what happened there? Oh, front headlock. Or, yep, and then really nice back take, James. That was smooth. Very smooth. So he goes in to threaten the front headlock, and Joe, you just kind of sank down trying to look for this leg here. And James just starts the roll and gets right to the back. Setting up that body triangle. Cole is on my back. That was not a good spot for me. That's why I was saying it before, Cole, to see you chasing the back down was really nice. So I turtle up here to try and get safe, or I try to turtle up, but he won't let me. So I go to turtle up, and he keeps a really good grip. Is able to secure the back. I don't know if he got both hooks in or not. But it was really good to see you chasing the back. You weren't trying and it was insulting. I try my best to insult. Steven and a straight arm. How did Mitchell and... There we go. Oh, so they're playing up against the wall. We can't really see him on the Twitch stream. but Jason has Mitchell up against the wall. Oh, and then hits an Osotogari. Nice. Then we got... Okay, so I'm following Joe and James from this body triangle. I lost track of you guys. Looks like, James, you're trying to figure out how to straighten him back up. And Joe, yep, Joe's trying to make you more off, out of alignment. You wind up taking the mount, James does. So now I'm waiting for the kip from Joe. Yep. Sideways kip. Good, good. Oh, dove straight in. Back to the turtle. Kind of like this reverse cradle from James to keep Joe on his side. Cole has a really nice mount escape on me here. This is a good showing of basically like using your legs as a pendulum in order to create off balance for the person on top. So Cole, ooh, that was a little too far ahead. So Cole is defending. I'm attacking the upper body, and he pulls his knees to my butt here, and then he'll start swinging his legs just enough, and then he gets his butterfly hook in, and I'm like, well, this isn't good for me. So then I've got to back out, and I've got to pass his guard again. That was a really good regard. Talent. One of those three. And then I started talking smack, and then he swept me. I told him he was getting tired. And then he sweeps me. Really nice. That's a tough one to stop once you get that going. James is trying to get around the guard. Jason's down here. I guess you guys can still see him. He has looking for the back, I think. He also could be going for a Katagatame. He's super deep on this arm from the top position. I think we should definitely go over that. That's a good strangle to go over. Oh yeah, he is going for it. He dismounted, but his arm wasn't deep enough into the strangle. Using the Kimura grip. James is using the Kimura grip here to keep Joe down. Oh yeah, I like that that grip break. Solid. I know you didn't get the finish here. Oh, let's see how that plays out. No leg lock. I want to go over this because, oh my god. Sorry. Okay, so James has the Kimura grip, locked up on the left arm of Joe. He knows that Joe is using both hands in order to protect that arm. So he uses the knee to push down on the inside of the bicep and extract the arm away. That was really good. Awesome. That was really good. All right, end of the round. Who's up next? Coop and Max. Had your toes bent in a weird way. Did you tap to it? I know it looked like you paused there for a second, but I couldn't tell whether it was from pain or what. Oh, but it made you move. What's up, Coop? You and Max are hitting it off here by the lion. Coop with a nice underhook here. Bear hug. Getting some grips established here on Max. Starting to work your way potentially to the back. Max does a good job of getting his head in a better spot in order to prevent that back take. You were going awfully side on with him to threaten that back take, though. Keeping his posture broken down. Trying to ride your legs up into like a trap triangle. See if you, and you're getting it. So you're behind the shoulder. You just need to get better alignment on the back here. Almost fully at the back. You've got both hooks in, so I guess technically you're there. Going for the body triangle. And you're on the back. Wow. What a battle just to get there. Good job. Going through with the hand fight. Max is strong too. Staying attached. I really like how your chest is staying attached to his back, to his shoulders. Staying glued to him, man. That's great. Oh, Max turning out. But that's going to put you into a mount, if he's able to. And now you're back to side on, so Max is almost out. Coop, you have a triangle there. You had a triangle right there, to where your right leg could shoot all the way through, and then your left leg could just come over the top and lock up a triangle. Right there. You had it. But either way, Max shakes you off, gets you back into closed guard. Oh, so now we've got... Is that Joe and Cole? Going side on again, Coop. Yep, hip bump. Oh. You just didn't commit enough to the hip bump on that one. Being gentle. Well, you just came back. You guys are both fresh off of surgery, man. That was a really good setup for that arm triangle. I know he was going light and everything, but it was a good arm drag. You post on that elbow, you get him committed over top of you, lock up, a pinch headlock, head and arm. Your elbow is really deep here, your head's in a great position. You dismount, get your hips down nice and low. I mean, that's solid. Solid finish. Yeah. Oh, Coop gets on the back again on Max. Yep. So fights for the top, or for the back, rather. I like, Coop, how you're going for this arm. You're going for that far arm, and you're using that and kind of sinking your hips down in order to get him turned over. So you're going for that control arm and kind of pushing his head down towards his chin just with your chest. I like that. Happy little arm triangle. Oh, that's right. And then Joe, you and Cole go back to back. I think it finishes off. Yeah, I didn't cut this one. You guys just kept going. Looking for a sweep. Get the Sumigashi. Looking to isolate arms. Good luck. Yep. I don't mind the dismount. I don't mind it at all. It's a good way for you to kind of change it up and see if you can get a different look at to see what Cole's reaction's gonna be. And on the north-south position, your favorite now. Danny just standing right in camera view. See if we catch any bald spots on him. That's not a bad thing. Not at all. I mean, you have to... Yep, but you're pointing your head in the right spot. Down towards the hips. Yep. Yep. Now you're a little bit higher. Back where you normally are-ish. I don't really like that kind of side saddle position. Cole, if Cole gave you... Okay, well, that worked out for you in your favor. Well, maybe it didn't. Because my hips get too high. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'd like to see that. So Cole in on a very deep arm. That was what the hell happened there? Oh, you kind of turned out and kind of gave him the pass. And then he goes right back into a half guard or like a 3/4 mount. Because I think he's looking for a back take. Were you looking for back takes like all day, Cole? think out of the few rounds I can think of, I saw you taking the back on each one. Really nice kipping escape from Joe. Diving straight into a straight ankle. Fantastic. We're riding this out? What? Okay. Last round. We are almost an hour down. Cole staying heavy on the butterfly hooks. Coming around for that body lock pass. He's trapped in half guard, but that's not too big of a deal. It looks like it, man. Like it looks like you were legit going for back takes the whole time. I'm glad you've enjoyed the latest installment. A lot of back and forth between you and Joe. I mean, you guys are probably, I don't know, 8-9 minutes deep in this round. About 20 seconds left on the clock. Looks like Joe's just gonna smash. Trying to untangle the legs. Now Joe's going to isolate the arm. And that's it. That's the round, and that is the night. All right. Well, thanks everybody for joining, tuning in. Appreciate you. Yeah, I think guy on the left will be here on Wednesday is tentative. He's been traveling quite a lot, so hopefully we'll be able to see him on Wednesday. And yeah, if you have any questions, as always, bring them to class. Anything that we've gone over tonight or anywhere else, if you find something on YouTube, whatever you guys know. Thanks, man. I try. Yeah, as you know, anything you find, YouTube or Instagram or whatever you want to go over with us, hit us up. We're always on the mats. So yeah, otherwise, I think November is Naga. We're trying to get a decent crew out there. I think we've got a few people that are definitely going to sign up. If you are tentative or whatever, just let one of the coaches know and we'll go over the rules. Yeah, I'll be there tomorrow. Yeah, man. Good to see you too, man. Yeah, so we're trying to get somebody, some folks to go out to Naga. I think it's in November sometime, whatever. Should be a good showing for us. We're gonna start ramping up training here shortly. If you can come out and support, that'd be awesome. If not, just train hard with all the folks that are gonna compete. And we'll be going over the rules and the time, you know, all the times and stuff like that to accommodate all the people that are training or who are going to compete. As always, also, you know, again, thank you. If you like what you see, you can follow us here on Twitch. You can like or subscribe or whatever over in YouTube once we post this after the Twitch stream is done. Yeah. Otherwise, just appreciate you. And if you, well, we'll be back on Wednesday with Guy on the Right. Have a great night, and trim your nails, do your laundry, and don't be stinky. Later.